Okay, we are back. Pitched in the, I'd say the middle, but it's probably closer to the end of our battle with the devils. Um, although I'm not sure we were expecting devils, but that's what we got.
I was expecting finger waggers personally.
Let's have a finger wagging devil.
I mean, yeah.
And we pick up at the middle. Let's see, we're on round 6, and it is Izzy's turn at the top of the order.
Oh, right. Okay.
Kill things.
Followed immediately by Izzy's alter ego, Lumo.
Oh, that's all my movement to get right up next to him. Ugh.
Hello!
I'm gonna go just kind of kitty corner to him actually, so that I can still reach, but I'm not directly next to anybody else. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, really. Yeah, that's fine.
I also think that due to Lumo's volume, he would be providing some level of flanking for you.
Advantage?
Almost at any anything on this side of the devil from one corner to the other. He's pretty much providing flanking for all of that. So.
I mean, if you're gonna give me advantage, I'll surely take it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did you just say Lumo? I mean, who are we talking about, Josh?
Odrin.
Oh, yes!
Okay, maybe this maybe he wasn't gonna last long. Maybe we could have killed him before we went to break, but we'll see.
Woo! Okay.
Hey, he's no longer hasted because that's a ridiculously fucking stupid high DC.
Hey!
Hey.
That's a good thing.
That's stupid.
That single-handedly may have made this one round of combat instead of 2.
That's just stupid. Damn it, there's a 1 in there, Izzy.
Hey, I did
You
my
already locked
best.
re-roll that. It's just, gosh,
Yeah.
it's unacceptable. Let's just start this whole thing over.
Take a mulligan. There, I got your
Hey!
ones right here.
It's those D4s that are cursed.
Yeah.
She got like a 3 on one earlier. So I mean, yeah, go punch things.
Yeah, exactly.
A
Lima's
lot.
gonna run right up to him as well and do some punchy.
He's got 1 key left.
Jeez. Flurry of blows. Glass cannon. Go. Yeah.
But he is in considered critical condition.
Ooh.
And he's going to use that key point to go dodgy.
Dodgy dodge.
Because
Okay.
he told me I could do that.
Yes, you can. Patient defense.
Even though this guy's hit addition.
Just dodge. So you just put the dodge action or whatever from your... Which is a thing now. For the effects. I think it's a thing now.
I can't get my eye on it if it's there. I have one built in on Izzy though, so
Yeah, just put it there.
it just might get wiped at the end of Izzy's next turn. So as long as we keep an eye on it, should be fine. Oh, and I can't move his turn forward.
Lodrin.
Lodrin's going to use his reaction to do 12 damage to the Devil Twort.
12 damage. Okay.
I really want him to be our devil slave. Josh's devil slave.
Although he's in critical condition, he is a beefy dude. So critical
Shucks.
has a bit of a range on it. It is not critical enough.
I had to roll the dice on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be real sweet for that guy to get to go waylaying on the opponents. Okay, so you'll get your force. No, the force you don't get. That's the primal thing. But you do get the poison still. In addition, so roll this, and we can take care of the 1d6 poison separately.
Oops.
Hey now.
Rude.
Same side, same side.
There.
There.
There we go.
There.
Yeah.
Okay, so checking.
Do I need to undo that?
You'll have to. If you could undo yours, that'd be great. He's immune to the poison. So, wait a minute, the other one did poison? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this guy's immune to poison. Boo. I gotta undo that. He's here.
Oh, well, if he's immune to poison, then my spores don't do damage to him.
Yeah, I didn't if I could speak correctly, I undid that as well. Noticing that he is in fact immune to poison. That's it.
Oh, is it his turn now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I get to do a thing.
You get to do a thing? Yes, it's the start of his turn. He starts his turn in your sphere
Spirit Guardians.
of getting wrecked.
Take all I can get.
Mm-hmm. If he
It
wasn't
was-
immune to poison, that would have been enough. But he is, so it's not. But he's no longer hasted, so he's only get 3 attacks. Who does he hate the most?
Probably that Salt
Probably.
Devil. That Salt Devil's just not doing enough.
Oh yeah, definitely the Salt Devil.
You know, Salt Devil. I heard the Salt Devil's talking about forming a union. So
The nasty things about your mother.
Pretty sure I know who he hates the most.
Surely not the little one that just shanked him in the back. I do have my.
I'll bring you
uncanny
all
dodge now.
back. Don't worry. That's overrated.
So I took 10 wounds off of that.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it's gonna help. Bye.
No, Izzy!
Sad.
Better to be
Still
lucky
has
than
3
good.
attacks.
It's 3 attacks. He got 4 while he was hasted.
Oh jeez.
Yep. Yep. That's 2 natural ones he's rolled against you, I think. Josh?
Yeah, who needs higher than a 14 armor class?
As long as the bad guys are rolling shit too, that's fine.
But you only got 14 AC?
Yep.
Holy shit.
And that guy's still a rock. Okay, so
Salt guy, take something from me.
yeah, you. He's gonna begin casting a spell.
Damn it! If I was
Yeah.
alive, I could have used my Mage Slayer.
Can I counterspell?
That's a possibility. It's a spell that you've seen cast before, and you know it's a level 7 spell. So he's casting teleport.
So can I counterspell it?
You can. So what spell level are you gonna use?
4?
Okay. You'll have to roll. So you're. What does it say? I think you have to roll your spell casting ability check. So, like, was it charisma check for you? And the total of that check should be the 10 plus a spell level. Let me double check. I think that's how that works. Oh yeah, so it's 10 plus a spells level. So so you need to make an ability check using your spell casting ability. So that's just roll a charisma check. And if it's 17 or higher, it's counterspelled.
You can do it.
Did it roll?
I didn't get nothing.
No. Like if you open up your main tab of your ability scores and you just click on the charisma, it'll do it from there.
Sad pen.
Where the thing go?
Damn it.
No.
My only regret is that I'm dead.
That's my...
As regrets go, that's pretty forgivable.
Not dead, dying. And she's healing worded you, so not die.
You're not dead.
Yeah, just
You're just hurting a little bit.
so close to the edge.
Oh, the salt guy teleported them both out. That's sad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Random for the Salt Devil to have teleport as a spell, I think, but they do.
He's
So
still in
with
the
that,
initiative.
that depends. There's a giant crystal right there.
That's immune to everything. I could kiss it, but
So if you feel as though that is not a imminent threat, then Then we can.
I feel as I can't do anything to it. It doesn't seem.
Well, I still feel like there's something else here that kind of disrupted my magic a little bit ago. So I'm on guard still.
I mean,
Does Lumo see anything else here?
if anything came into my light, I'm just gonna.
Oh, it would have been known if it came into this circle or whatever. Does the circle follow you?
Yeah, it emanates from me.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Actually, I want to retcon that and go here. And
You do know that there was one that was hidden right there, but Luma went over and shadowboxed something that was invisible, and then it became visible, and then Steam crushed it.
I know. Well, actually, I don't know this. I know at one point he said there were two, and now there was one, and there's some books that disappeared that I didn't see. I'm going to cure wounds at level 3 on Izzy.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and say we're out of initiative. The Lumo, who can see invisible creatures, sees no other invisible creatures here.
Okay. Even looking towards that sort of altar area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nothing. Yeah. Although the little magic symbol that's under that was kind of encompassing the altar is gone. That's no longer actually there. Now it's just the large mechanical gear clanking of this giant astrolabe, and then what's left of the documents on the tables.
Yeah, I'm interested if this map's still here and the documents, but
Before Kara walks away, can I have Izzy look down at her arm to see if that mark is still there?
Let me look real quick on something.
Also, Lumo's gonna go over to whichever one of these statues looks like Palor and glare at it so hard.
No, it is still there.
The sleeve is still there too, right?
Yes.
So she's gonna take her dagger and cut away the sleeve.
Okay.
And look at her arm proper.
You'll see that it looks burned in like a tattoo, but instead of ink, it's like it's burned into the flesh.
so am I seeing this?
She's gonna be looking up at you with just absolute desperation in her eyes.
What do I know? Is that a curse or?
Hit me with one of your religion checks. You're really good at that. Yes, it is a type of curse.
It's a curse. Do I know what type? I may not be familiar with the specifics.
You do know that being marked by the devil makes it easier for devils in general to affect the target.
I just tell her that makes you more susceptible to the demons, to the devils, rather. I don't think I have anything that can deal with a curse until after I sleep. After I sleep, I may have something.
Can I cut it off?
The flesh?
Yeah.
On their arm.
Not the whole arm, just like carve it off of my arm. Carve the brand off of my arm.
It could go very deep. I don't know if it goes beyond flesh or not, but I feel like I would say it could go beyond the flesh.
I think your assessment is would be accurate based on what you know. Is that even if it's not so much that the flesh is marked, it's that you are marked. And so, just like the spell Hunter's Mark in a way, it manifests itself physically, but the effect of it is not necessarily tied to the physical mark.
She's just gonna sit there with her head in her hands for now.
This is partly me talking. I think I have something that will decurse, but I have to rest. So I'm going to take a moment to meditate on my healing powers while I look at my spells.
And so clerics, whenever they rest, they can swap out.
Yeah, I'm making sure I
So
actually
that is-
have something that does that. I think I do.
Clerics definitely do, yeah. I think it's actually called Remove Curse.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what level it is.
Third, I think.
Yeah, and that, greater restoration will do it as well. Yeah, I tell Izzy, it's like I definitely can remove that, but it'd be after rest.
Anything you can do, it's one brand is enough.
So one thing I didn't do, which I could have done, I just wanted, is the weapon that the short devil uses. He can channel instead of doing the extra fire damage. He can do ability damage. He can do charisma damage.
What?
Yeah, so it does the slashing damage and then plus 1d4 charisma damage. Which I don't know if you guys know about how that works, but if your
Isn't
charisma
it like-
gets low or gets to 0, then you can't do anything. You can't do anything.
Oh, I thought you actually just died.
That's Constitution. That's a couple of them. I think charisma. I think the mental stats, int, wisdom, and charisma, you just become incapacitated,
Mm.
like permanently, I mean, without something to remove those. And the rest doesn't remove those damages, or greater restoration is one of the few ways to remove restoration type spells. One of the few ways to remove ability damage. They're nasty, but I don't
It's like
particularly
a-
like those. So
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Since Lumo's not here, I'm going to ask Lumo if hey, watch this guy. If it turns uncrystalline, punch it.
No, Lumo's looking at the statue.
No, okay.
He
I'm
just,
gonna
he
look
just
at his
kinda
map.
grunts. There's a thing he wants to do. If you got that message, Drad.
yes, I see this. He can run up the wall. That's just one of his natural abilities now, so there's no roll for that. But go ahead and roll an attack roll. So he rolls up and he runs up the side of the wall and tries to kick the head off the Palor statue. When his foot lands, he notices a very unnatural rigidity to the statue. The statue itself seems to be cast out of something. Maybe bronze kind of thing, which is normally a pretty soft metal, and especially with his, magical nature to his attacks now, that normally wouldn't be. He should just punch aside some regular bronze stuff, right? He goes to hit it, and it feels hard, like harder than any metal that he's ever encountered before. And it does not budge, nor does it even nick.
He scowls at it real hard, and then he'll go over to keep an eye on the crystal thing, I guess.
Okay, so we're gonna start investigating some things now, Car. Is that what's going on over
Yeah,
here?
the map definitely, but any paperwork, anything. I mean, if we're gonna search every single room and every single place, there should be a reason, something we.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm not. Yeah, never mind.
So go ahead and roll. Now that we get a kind of, you could see that that those little ink devils were, studying the astrolabe, and there's a bunch of marks in infernal on the paper. So roll religion here.
Okie dokie.
It's gonna be a good. Need to be a pretty decent one, I think.
Well, it's not. So
Didn't see nothing. So
it.
so
It's a digital dice, man. A digital dice can't get cocked. Okay, now it's better.
Yeah, if the roll doesn't quite make it to the actual chat window, it'll roll, but it won't roll it as far as the that kind of structure for it to be seen. Okay, so one thing you notice on this astrolabe is that it's not cosmic. Not at least in the way you expect some kind of device like this to be. Usually if you've seen, this is more like your arcane kind of deal where you would see, floating cosmology of different planets and stars and things like that, and when they align, there's certain different areas of power. But this isn't like planets and things rotating around rotating around the sun or anything like that, or stars rotating in the heavens around a galaxy. It's not even any of that. Instead, through inspection of both what you see on the map as well as kind of the actual physical representations they've got on the different parts of the astrolabe, this is planes, realms of existence. So this seems to indicate, which makes some sense when you think about certain things, that the realms themselves, even though they're not all in the same space, all travel through some kind of universe. And when those realms line up and overlap, sometimes they bleed into one another. And there's some very notable cases where that's just expected, like the ethereal plane and the physical plane. It's how ghosts and things like that are like half in our world, half out in the half in the material plane, half in the ethereal plane, because those two planes kind of move asynchronously and slightly overlap all the time anyway, right? So that's also places like Shadowsmar, which is the plane of shadow. So a lot of the shadows and things like that overlap with the material plane. So it's known that these things exist, right? That these overlaps can exist. But the astrolabe seems to be tracking not just the material plane, but some of the god realms as well. And one thing of note is there's one bright glowing star that's actually vibrantly lit up, actually on it, that represents Palor's realm. And Palor's realm is, if the astrolabe and maps are to be trusted, nearing some kind of conjunction in which it overlaps the plane of hell, in what appears to be the near future. And if you kind of sit and twiddle with it a little bit, it looks like that maybe this would have happened a little more than 1,000 years ago, where those two planes intersect. And some meta stuff that I told you yesterday, which you actually know because of your religion check, was about how the powers of gods work. So in their own realm, gods have supreme power. Even the lesser deities have supreme power in their own realm. So a supreme god has supreme power in all realms. And so if a supreme god would go to a lesser god's actual realm, they might be equally matched in some way, or maybe a little bit stronger. They all have their strengths and weaknesses, even within, nuance there. But if the hell plane is going to intersect with Palor's realm, the two realms, when they are the same, they might have some of their own powers as though it's their own realm in some other god's realm.
Ooh.
So I get very grim, more so than normal. I call Lumo over, and I try, Lumo and maps, but point to the star. It's like Palor's realm, and I show him the Hell realm. I won't go through the whole description, but 1,000 years ago they joined, and we know what happened 1,000 years ago. They're coming together again. Is there any indication of how long until they come together again? Can I kind of extrapolate that?
It looks to be soon.
Soon.
I mean, the paths are converging. It's hard to tell exactly, but could be months, could be a couple of years, but definitely no more than that.
And when they intersect, Palor had the power of hell. So he used that, and he's about to have that power again. And I can't ignore the possibility that the denizens of hell are about to have Palor's power. If I suppose it swings both ways. Either scenario is bad, I think.
If they're planning a war, then that would be the best time for them to attack. But with these statues, I don't understand. Also, I'm assuming Izzy can hear all this.
Yeah, I'm not keeping it a secret, but
Yeah. Yeah, she'll just look at the statues kind of confused, like, why is Palor here alongside statues of devils and those who serve the devils?
I don't want to tell you anything because I like where you guys are thinking and kind of want you to figure out a little bit on your own. But think back to what we do know. Like look at look at the one cultist that we had to execute, or whatever for having the one with the radical position. Look at Elvira's position. the mage that seemed to follow Ao in some way. What clues do you might have for why Palor might be in high regard, potentially, for the side that seems pitted against Palor?
So, I mean, Taylor kind of destroys everything.
So evil started to muster. Palor killed. At least our understanding of the timeline of events was Palor stepped in to stop evil from growing. Right? Wasn't anything about saving his realm or his powers or any of that. At least that's not the story we've been told. He destroyed the whole place to get rid of these things that were bad. Right? And then since he did that,
Nothing but bad has been able to grow here. So if Palor destroys everything, and just, I mean, it's the bunker. I mean, it's the prepper bunker. They're waiting for him to destroy everything, and then they can thrive without any competition. Maybe.
in a way, that's kind of what's happened, right? I mean, that's this whole godforsaken place, aside from a handful of Lumos people that we know of anyway, has been nothing but a breeding ground for evil and the most gnarly of nasty magic and beings heard of.
Okay. I look at Lumo when I say this. What of Ao? And I guess Lumo's not here, so sorry. What of Ao? Would he not? Would this not be altering the balance, like, radically? Freaking exams, man.
I don't know what he would say to that, but not for sure. But I think one thing might be is that maybe this is the balance. Maybe what Palor had done in order to devastate an entire region, an entire people, everything, both good and bad alike. What was done under the pretense of good could have been also evil, and but maybe it was good. It's kind of hard to say. Some people would justify it one way or the other, and it's already seen to be pretty polarized that people can very radically justify it one way or the other. And so if it was an overly good act, maybe this overly evil existence is balance or is recompense for there being such overpowering good at one point in time. Or maybe hate begets hate. Maybe what was done under the pretense of good was actually evil, which has bred more evil. And if it so happens that these devils are waging war with more power than they've had ever before, when the realms overlap, maybe they can take down good. And if they do, maybe that's when balance happens.
I'd rather not have our existence wiped out. For the gods to balance their books.
Having been without, I can certainly say I do prefer existence.
I do like to exist.
And now that does trigger this may even be slightly meta even for Carr, the resetting of everything. Which gives you the new blank slate. Which has possibly happened in an uncountable amount of times before.
As I said, as I was talking about yesterday, when this failed experiment known as existence truly ends in ultimate failure, they just start that experiment up again. Sometimes with new gods, the supreme gods can withstand something like that, but those that whose power rely on worship, cannot survive such a cataclysm. So the world is then remade anew. And then new gods are formed, and new gods are brought out of mortality, and new life is made, new existence, new worlds. Until that fails. And then rinse and repeat, as has happened throughout all of time and not time.
Maybe this is too big of a mythological question, but is there any kind of, like, what kind of origin of the universe stories exist? Like, do people know about these things at all?
The common precepts are going to depend based on who the gods are, who their individual worship is. By and large, it's most people don't even really know about the supreme deities other than Pelor. And so, whatever. So they don't know about this infinite churning of new cosmos over time. They just think, their god is basically like the Christian God was the creator. Their God was the creator. He's the, for the most part. Except for, there's enough gods that walk amongst the people and that kind of thing, where there still could be even more. Some people have that, monotheistic ideal. Some are more like the Greek gods, like the Zeus, and then the subordinate gods on their way down, and how they all interact and came to be.
The Crag and Ragnarok is debated as whether Ragnarok is the end, or sometimes it's debated as the end that leads to a new beginning, and it is a cycle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're just some playthings caught in an endless cycle of destruction.
And life. Before, when there's nothing, there then must be made something. And that something then deteriorates over time.
Izzy says that she's feeling really terrible right now.
Carr says Daisy, long way from living on the boat, huh?
About as far as you can get, it feels like.
Well, yeah, you're in a desert now.
Mm-hmm.
Been in the desert nearly the whole time. Sucks.
Yeah, I'm ready to be out of this goddamn desert.
I like the desert.
Izzy stands up and she's gonna start looking around to see if there's any sort of key or anything that might look like it would open the other door.
You do note that there is not any more of that magic sound that you heard at the beginning when you first entered. But careful investigation, searching through everything, you don't see anything that would indicate that.
But it kind of looks like whatever they were doing in here, they probably managed to finish. If the magic circle or whatever went away and some of the books are missing.
I guess at this point you would have told us there were a couple of human voices that went away, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So, I mean-
she'll tell you that.
And I guess there's no more books or anything.
Yeah, just a couple of these, like, basically the maps are more like star charts with notations. But instead of star charts, they're realm charts.
Yeah, I take the
Cosmos
maps.
chart.
Yeah, I was gonna say too. Izzy likes maps, so if nobody picks those up, she's gonna take them for sure.
Yes, I'm gonna take the map, but I'll share.
Okay.
Car's starting to have more of an interest in the celestial planes, or just the planes in general, really.
Yeah, so this one on the left is just a huge map of the different realms with the astrolabe itself. And then there's lines drawn
Would
all
you say
over it.
he's interested in cartography?
Hey, tell that to Bob real quick.
I can feel the face palm from here.
The burning hate.
This is how you make a Paylor. This is how you...
I realize that the answer would probably be yes, but maybe it's something that you haven't, you can't plan every single thing out. But are there any other realms that are touching that any other realms I can pick out that are touching or anything? Any interesting things?
that are in their path, that are in path to one another.
Yeah.
The astrolabe is obviously not complete. If it had every realm that there to be, it'd be bigger than this mountain that this temple is in, or whatever. But it does have the material plane. It does have the ethereal plane, the shadow plane, a couple of the different elemental planes, and the ethereal and the material plane are almost on the same, like other things are their own circle that moves around for the most part. The material and ethereal plane are on the same circle and they're close together. They travel together. There's a couple of the elemental planes look like they could collide, but the timeline on those is a lot less severe or direct, as opposed to the one of hell and the one of Paylor. The plane of fire does come up fairly close to the plane of hell, like the conjunction of between hell and Paylor. Fire isn't far behind.
I know not all this would have been story related. It's just interesting to me, anyway.
Yeah, there's surely others, but they only built this device to track probably a handful specifically, as maybe the math relates to when it would happen, or who knows, right?
Car just tries to take note of all this, and if I ever do some type of role in the future, you'd be like, oh, you remember from that astrolabe.
Mm-hmm. Now, one of the things is mortals probably don't have, because the realms movement don't operate on principles of physics, and so mortals probably don't have a good understanding of why things be. So it could be that they're looking at these paths, trying to make a conjunction happen by altering things in reality. So if they make something happen, maybe that changes the path of a realm.
I want to try something.
Okay.
I want to activate my ring of mind shielding. So I don't really know how it works. So like in my head, I'm kind of picturing like a wall around me so that nothing can get in, and then I open a door, and I activate my amulet to speak to the Magister. So I let him in, but nobody else.
Okay. Maybe. Let me look.
Maybe?
This is fine. Yeah, that's exactly how it, like, looking at the read, can telepathically communicate with you if you allow it. So yeah, that would be feasible. Do you have another message left?
Oh, there was like per day? Is that what it was?
I believe so.
I don't
Was it
recall if I
3,
actually
or
got
was
a
it-
thing.
Because you've done twice, so I went. Was there
Yeah.
was it 3 times per day?
I don't recall. I don't think I actually have a thing for it.
I know, because I kind of made I didn't make a physical thing. Kind of made them up, as I didn't expect the contingency to happen that did.
That's fair.
Sure. I think 3 is probably reasonable for 3 charges per day.
Okay. So basically I want to, I don't know if like I can send him a picture or just words, but I want to describe this astrolabe thing to him and just sort of briefly summarize what Carr has said about it. And then secondly, I want to describe this crystal devil to him to see if he knows anything about it, if we should do any or try to do anything to it, or if it's just kind of inert.
Oh, the Crystal Devil?
Yeah. So the goal being that he knows about the planes overlapping, so that he can maybe find out what kind of timeline we're looking at, and then see if there's anything that we should do about this crystal devil while we're here.
Okay, so we only got 1 minute of telecommunication, but at least using this. But he probably can get back in touch with you through now that the spells have been lifted anyway. So he could use his magic to do the same thing in reverse, for probably as long as was needed to do that. Yeah, now that the scrying thing has been lifted, yeah, he can just talk to you now, if he wanted to. So first off, the crystalline. It is a gem. So it became a gemstone, and he said that they can come out of it and go back to their previous form. High level magic can force them to revert. High level magic can force them to stay crystal permanently. Depending on the size of it, it's going to depend on the value of the gemstone. It is a gemstone. It's not like diamond or ruby, like, that level of precious. But it might be, like quartz or something. I mean, something that has value to it, and something that big would actually have decent value. But
like you could make a nice kitchen counter out of it.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
That could eventually someday revert itself back to a demon if it wanted to.
You just slicing tomatoes and then goddamn demon.
Oh, sneak attack! What the frick? So
Best gift ever.
you could do with that as you will, but you can't No means mundane or magical of that you possess could hurt it in this form. So you could bring it back with you and force it to revert to kill it, or have some high level caster try to forcibly revert it or make its reversion permanent, or just hope it doesn't come back when you're nearby. Let's see. As far as that goes.
If
But sorry, go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say that essentially we can't do anything with it right now because it's gonna be incredibly heavy to move.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and
not light. Yeah.
We can't force it to do anything right now. So
I feel like maybe we check out that other room and then we bug out.
yeah,
If there's could be more coming back. Yeah, he can. Whatever. I don't feel it's a threat to us immediately, and I feel we have more pressing things to worry about.
On the side of the astrolabe, so completely separate here, is he's just going to inquire, are you sure those realms are supposed to conjoin? That's not supposed to happen for eons, if at all.
I'll just tell him I know nothing about magic. That's why I contacted you, but that's what this looks like to us.
Are you sure? Is the Hell's realm and Palor's realm are, at least by indication of what they've got, supposed to overlap soon?
It seems that way. Is there anything that they might be able to do to influence that?
I mean, that level of influence is cosmic in scale. It's not like a matter of choice or chaos can alter these paths, at least not significantly. If something was to happen on a monumental nature, then perhaps it would move things a little bit, but
What if demon princes were to influence it? Or devil princes, I suppose.
one thing, well, theoretically, if they were capable of influencing it, but one of the things about the Hells is they're supposed to be locked away. They're given ultimate power of their realm, and they can bleed in and be nuisances in other places. But nothing the devils can do can affect cosmology. That's part of the makeup. That's part of the rules. Otherwise, we'd be doomed before we began. It's mortals that make these changes. A bright star can draw those near it. And with enough support of those around them, mortals can tend to shine quite bright, moving the cosmos ever so slightly. But not those trapped from other realms. At least they're not supposed to.
The only mortals that we know of who are trying to consort with devils are the remaining wizards of the council.
Even a consortium locked behind the walls of this barrier its effect should be nullified. Even with the Hells walking this earth, they're still not mortal. They are confined by the rules of those even higher.
Some have made it through the barrier, though. Something's going on.
I'm afraid you're right. Something I'm not privy to. Perhaps something that even the gods aren't privy to.
I thought you should know at least in case you hear of anything. We have one more door to check out before we're done here. And all this was in Izzy's head, so she'll just let you guys know about the crystal devil. Basically tell you that we really can't do anything with it until it chooses to come out of that form.
Shall we carry on then?
I want to look over this altar and see if there's any pieces that I could move to make it not.
Yeah, so it looks like a small dais. Maybe a little couple of stair steps up on different tiers, with a kind of a ritual altar on the top, and then these 4 bloodstones on either corner, and then the 4 fires on either corner on its way out. And although they seem inconspicuous, but perhaps those fires seem to be placed for a reason. These bloodstones seem to have been placed for a reason in this particular configuration. And the altar itself, it looks like some form of stone.
So it's all secured or not?
Yeah, it doesn't look to be like movable pieces, like movable parts. It looks to be somehow built into the floor, or somehow bonded to one another. It's not like a table sitting on top of something that a table could be moved. It seems to be a part of the dais itself. Although how strong that is, I mean, I don't know. We could always find out.
Mm-hmm.
If we only had a giant here that could just become
I
a
also
soccer
have-
hooligan.
I have my
Which-
thunder wave.
Say our giant by this point that only lasts
It's not very long. It's very not
a
giant.
minute, I think, or something. So
Yeah, it's 1 minute. He's not that big anymore.
I wouldn't waste a spell slot, but it's up to you.
Luma could punch it.
Let Loom will punch it first.
If I climb on it, do I notice
I
anything
mean,
different?
it doesn't make him much stronger. It just turns him into Andre the Giant.
when you step on it, like it feels, it looks like very solid stone. And when you stand on it, it seems almost somewhat brittle, as though when you take your step onto it, it's like stepping onto loose packed dirt, or even not quite the extent of deep sand, or like loose sand, but more like loose dirt. So stepping on it, you can feel it kind of crunch under you a little. Like is even your little gnome feet cause small depressions in the stone itself.
All right, so I'm gonna go all the way to the top, and I'm gonna use my dagger and draw X's all over the top part.
Yeah, so like when you kind of slash with your little dagger, it seems everything is extremely brittle. Raking across it's almost like raking across a sandcastle. Is it tears in, even without even much strength behind it. You're raking the dagger across, and it's gouging it deeply. And then like almost dust starts, and rubble starts pouring out of like the little hole that you're making as you slash across with the dagger.
I got an idea. Hey, Luma. Get your decanter out.
His eyes kind of brighten a little bit when he realizes what you're asking, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
does take it out.
We're gonna geyser this damn thing and destroy it. 'Cause it does 200 pounds of damage, essentially. It can move stuff weighing up to 200 pounds. So 2 geysers.
Bijou,
Don't
you
cross
hear,
the streams.
You hear
Yeah, no, I'm gonna run this way when they get the and I'm gonna drag my feet to mess up any of the lines as I go. But
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Want to join us? Anybody else?
Are we
Anybody else?
ghostbustering this?
We can Ghostbusters. Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. 1,
The power.
3.
All right, we all just.
Let's rip.
So you
Decanter the
all
thing.
let all the geysers go off simultaneously.
all
Careful
over
not
the
to cross the
podium.
stream.
Yep.
And yes, uncannily, this stone crumbles. Not even just from the force of it all, but even as the water washes on it, it almost semi-dissolves, almost like that sandcastle. As it becomes like melty mush, and forms a little bowl depression that's even a couple of feet. And so, whereas a raised dais, after you geyser or whatever, some of it washes away and off to the side, and then the water itself just kind of crushes and crumbles and forms a little bit of a pool before just kind of soaking up and evaporating completely in just
Get
a
the
matter of
flames, too.
seconds.
put out the flames.
Flames. Can't see the dark. Need flames.
Light, good.
The little skulls are still glowing red. You got a little bitty soft lamp.
Yeah, the best. Ain't nothing quite like walking by skull light.
Yeah, just setting the mood.
Okay, how are we doing for health and stuff? Should we?
Also, what time of day is it?
Yeah, it's probably not that late.
It's probably a little after midday at least. After all this, because you woke up and then you went and checked out had to kill the bone powder ghoul, and then you counted out thousands of gold and divvied it up in different ways. So that probably took a little bit of time. Took a rest, and then came through the meat door, and then been in here for a few minutes, and then at least 10, probably spent a good time investigating after. So yeah, I'd say it might be early afternoon, 2-3 o'clock at the most.
Should we?
I don't have lunch in here. We can go back to our safe room if we want to briefly stop, but
Do some hit dice in the room with the melted pile of gold.
I was thinking about the little armory here.
Oh, I see. That's good.
Let the little pigs let you in.
Yeah.
Oh, little pigs.
Knock, knock.
Through that creepy ass door again.
Blech.
Alright, so
Okay.
short
Hit
rest,
dice.
and then you can use some hit dice if you'd like, or
Yes, please.
How are Darren and Parth doing in here?
they're cozy.
That's good.
They've got all kinds of supplies, and they got books to read, and they've armed themselves with some of the crappy weapons you left behind, and a couple of the not as crappy, but just too heavy to carry, not worth enough to carry versus the gold you've got.
Also, you get a D8 because I'll play my Song of Rest.
Ah, yes, extra D8.
Wish I could share my hit die.
Is that 1d8 per hit die?
No,
Just
just
1d8.
1d8 1.
Okay.
If you use a hit die, you have to
Oh, could
use
someone-
one, and if you do, you get one extra d8 if you use at least one.
Someone roll Lumos.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know if everybody's still up for it. I'd like to try to check out that room, but we've been doing it for a bit, so what everybody wants to do. I want to get out of here.
Yeah. I'm
Mhm.
okay to keep going if everybody else is.
I mean, if we run into a big combat thing, we can just call it, but maybe we'll be lucky.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but I think Lodrin's got something against himself. He's still targeting himself.
Danger zone.
I'm just happy I had 93 HP to spare.
All right. Waste not, what not.
And I do have, I'll try to keep a third spell slot saved for our teleporter, which
Uh, our semi-reformed cultists were casting spells before. What's the highest level that they can cast?
That's a good
Can
question.
I ask them?
First level.
Okay.
They have not spent much time leveling up on boars.
That's fair. There's not a lot of boars in the desert.
doodly doop into the door.
Okay. Okay, so the only, as we all doodly dooping, and kind of recon a small little bit, what kind of, as you come forward, as you're walking down the hallway, you can see very clearly that there is a small crack in the door, and the picture of Asmodeus is gone from the door.
Can I inspect it just to like do my usual check for nonsense that might hurt us?
You may, but in just a second.
Okay.
So as you come close, you can hear you actually hear a series of screams of violent and high pitched escape the door as it kind of comes to a small bit of crack as you're approaching the door. And then so these blood-curdling screams accompanied by sounds of what could best be described as slaughter.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run in that case.
I'm right behind her.
See if we can stop any of that.
Okay.
Ta-da!
As you kind of come up to the door, I mean, you're basically kicking them through the door and then barreling your way in.
Basically, yeah.
Oh yeah, like it's not our business.
Yeah, trying to interrupt whatever slaughter is going on in there.
All right. So as you enter, you see what looks to be some kind of chapel room that has been sealed. You see the dismembered and I mean like literally just like torn to shreds corpses of a bunch of people over here near the door, kind of spread out. It all looks like maybe they were running towards the door. You see, a giant blood altar in the back with a bunch of satanic or devilish symbology, and you get a glimpse of what looks to be like, you really are a little confused at first as you barrel into the door. You see what looks to be Lumo. Looks just like Lumo, or could be his brother or some close relative at the very least to Lumo. Blood dripping out of the mouth, like some elongated claws on one arm that quickly vanishes. And you can see as soon as you enter, that form turns and looks at you, and then the mouth opens, and kind of like the throat opens as a swarm of small insects start to fly out in a wispy smoke out of the mouth of this little halfling.
Does Lumo recognize him at all?
Yes. It looks very much like one of the elders from his tribe.
But there's clearly something wrong with him. Whatever's coming out of his mouth, is that like an insect plague kind of thing, or is that like how the smoke came out of the assassins?
His beekeeping hobby's gotten out of control.
Yeah.
It coalesces. We're talking less than a heartbeats of moment. You see the smoke and the insects pour out as a pestilence, as its own swarm. That swarm itself forms some kind of mundane humanoid form. It looks like something you've seen a statue of not long ago.
Oh shit! Oh god.
No. Archdevil.
No. That's bad. That's bad, guys.
To make one little oh, dang it. That didn't work. I gotta make a change on him before we can. But while I'm doing so, you may feel free to roll initiative as he's standing.
Yeah. This is good. This is, you'll be able to adjust his power based on my initiative. Yeah. Yeah, make him really easy. 19. I'm sorry, people. I apologize.
Who wants to live forever, right?
I don't know. Apparently you. Die, get resurrected,
Okay. So, welcome to your first fight with a deity.
What?
Yay!
Yeah, luckily we've spent a lot of spell slots already, so
We're level 10.
it could be worse.
Skip this room and, totally tried to avoid this situation that we didn't know we could avoid.
Yeah, with this group doesn't skip rooms.
It did on the way to every other.
We should start.
Slaughter behind this door? Eh.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Come on. Game face.
Oh shit, loader means business. Can we go Ghostbusters on this guy?
Use his thingy. What thingy?
I don't know. I didn't see what he got.
Ah, yes. Okay, that.
Pull out the can of Raid.
Ah!
Closer inspection, you might suspect that this is where that energy that came from the altar went through the wall to get to.
Bonus action, shillelagh.
Okay. Shillelagh?
Well. Shucks. I'm gonna start by using my bonus action to put my shield together.
Okay.
And then stop here and cast Mirror Image.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is there a thing for that? I don't see one.
No, there isn't an effect for that. We just have to keep track of whether or not it hits a mirror or in how many you have. We just keep track of that on the side.
Okay. And that's my turn.
As it has had time for Eofret to coalesce into a true form, you can see that smoky vapor and the pestilence of insects that are flying and buzzing about expand to form some bit of ring around him.
So, like this, the halfling turned into this archdevil?
No, came out of.
Came out of. So, is the halfling dead on the ground, or
It appears
what
that
is-
way.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot to reread a couple of things real quick before we do stuff. Okay.
Ugh.
Great.
One thing, so the insects says it kind of travels over. The insects and smoke start to come, but more and more seem to pour out of him all the time, and some of that tends to some of the smoke, especially not as much the insects yet, but the smoke tends to move to all different places throughout, starting to billow throughout different areas of the room. So anywhere in these, it's basically like having obscuring mist kind of spell. The smoke is pretty dense, and they all seem to be like coalescing in different spots all over. Although as time moves on, you have a feeling that smoke will start to fill more and more of the room as it goes. The smoke itself is choking. It is like intense, as though you were like in a fire with a very smoky fire in a building. How that it's very difficult to breathe, and as his presence gets close to you, you realize that will have some, like, even being near him with all the smoke would be difficult to maintain, your semblance of whatever's going on, just due to the intensity and the choking effect that smoke might have. Okay, so first things first, as soon as he moves over, that choking effect, the insects swarm begins to rotate in almost a whirlwind of smoke and insect, and as they come through, you can feel the force is almost near the center of a tornado as it billows out with extreme power. Those in his inner circle must make. Okay, let's do it all. The strength saving throws. Let me do this so I can keep track of it all, since it's multiple people.
I'm gonna use my reaction and add 2 to all saves.
Did you want Lumo to make a save as well?
Lumo did, he succeeded.
Oh, right.
I
yes.
did, but I don't know why it showed it differently. But yes, I did want him to make. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I just didn't see his portrait, but I guess it's probably because he's not technically a player in the game right now.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's it. And so this cacophony of this whirlwind pressure pulses outward in a giant blast. And those that are nearby are... Lumo is not, but everyone else is knocked backwards.
Is 12 good enough for a save?
Oh god, no.
Oh, no, it's a DC 18. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, and, although 8, Lumo got exactly 18. So he doesn't move, but he takes half the damage from the whirlwind effect.
It's not poison damage, right?
Some of it is poison damage.
Because he's immune to poison damage.
Who is?
Lumo.
Well,
Does he have an effect that gives him that already? I mean...
he does not.
Okay, well then we'll
And
probably
I
just have to
can't make
undo
one
that.
because I can't edit his sheet, so...
Yeah, it's okay. We'll just retroactively fix his hit points based on that.
Well, this is going great.
Time to run?
I don't think all of us can get away. Or most of us.
They got flung far.
Yeah, that car's getting away.
Lumo doesn't go anywhere. Did he take... He's supposed to take half that damage, but I don't think it did.
He took
It did.
31.
Okay, yeah, so then he would get... He took 11 and a half, so he'll get 6 hit points back, Lumo will, from that. Holy crap, that rolled rather decently. A lot of 6s.
You might say. I can't edit his wounds.
Oh, okay, I'll do that then. And it's
It looks
his
like...
turn.
Yeah, it looks like I can't actually do anything but use his dice.
Use his actions or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna punch a god in the face, just like he's always wanted.
At the
Not
start
the right
of his
one, but-
turn, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
I imagine that's not gonna do it.
It is not as high as his ability, but the choking smoke that he is within 5 feet of makes it so hard to breathe that he sits there and just coughs and chokes and is stunned for 1 round.
Okay. So, oh, I guess I should put that effect on him.
I can... Actually, he can put... He has a stun... Like, use a stunning fist thing to stun himself. Yeah. Except for that, we'll drop at the... Or be stunned until the... Oh, wait, not for 1 round. Or be stunned until the end of its turn. Okay, so never mind. He's only stunned till the end of his turn, until the end of its turn, which is it being Lumo on the effect. So he's just stunned during his turn.
Right.
And then he's no longer stunned when he moves on. Now it is your turn.
Okay. Can I reach him from where I am? I'm kind of like on the corner of him.
Yeah, because he's large.
Yeah.
Yes, but you wouldn't want to stay close enough
No,
where you could hit him from a corner.
I'm not planning to stay.
Get you here, Carson. Get Lodrin up. Get everyone to me. You're going to get really lucky.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll feed Lodrin another healing potion, although I don't have any big ones left. That's all I got, buddy. I'm gonna duck out around the corner, and with my bonus action, I'm gonna hide.
Okay.
That did not go super well, but, you know, kind of panicking. It's fine.
This is not like a normal thing we fought before. We fought very
Mm-mm.
powerful things. This is... What the fuck is this?
Pretty much.
Well, we couldn't hold an action because it's the end of the fucking round. So,
Well, I'll allow you to hold an action that if everybody got close, you activate the stone. If that's, you know, or whatever. I mean, you can still do that.
all right. I stand up. I'm moving to here. I have the stone in my hand, and I hold my action.
Okay. And is that the action you're holding? Is activate?
Yeah. I wanna.
If everybody gets close and touches, then you're out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh fuck! You better hope he's low.
Randomizer.
God damn it!
Oh, car's not prone anymore.
I'm prone in my heart.
That's how you really feel.
Can I basically just, like, peek around the corner and chuck my dagger at him?
You may.
Okay. And I'm just hunkering down near Car.
You could do it again or whatever.
Well, I have my sword in my other hand, right? So.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Yay! I'm his favorite.
Hold those fucking shields together.
Because smoke, right? Don't worry, I've got mirror image too. So, okay, I got.
Okay, so yes, can it redirect to the
I
mirror
need
image?
to roll a d20.
Roll a d20.
No, it does not. Are you kidding me?
Are you sure? As I thought if it was lower than a certain thing, it did.
Yeah, I thought low was good.
You must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a duplicate.
Oh, it is? Oh.
Oh no, it's good if we roll low. It's bad if yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
No,
right. It's
It's the other
good.
way around.
Yeah, because it's
It's
used to be
good
on all
not
the
to
enemies.
roll.
That's why we think low is good. Okay.
Yeah. Damn it! Hold on.
Oh god.
I can still use.
Drad really
Wait,
didn't want
how-
to keep playing, guys.
Oh, there. Wait a minute. No. Oh my god, he rolled perfect. Fuck.
Yeah.
I can't deflect it. I can't shield it either because he rolled 27.
If it would have been a 26, you could have
yeah.
shielded it. Wait, why did he have advantage? Hold up, let's back up.
Because I'm prone.
Because you're prone. That's why I got advantage. Oh.
Everything went horribly wrong.
I think it's time to leave.
Well, yeah.
Steen's dead.
Yeah.
Bye,
Steam
Steen.
turned into my armor has turned into my kettle. I'm a kettle now. Ooze in a kettle.
Well, we all can't just like decide to run at once to Stein because Izzy's turns already went.
You know, yeah, making it to me is an option.
Just need everyone to be together and touching.
Unless you went over and grabbed him and tried to drag him.
Human chain.
I mean, it'd take my whole movement to get there.
Yeah, and an attack of opportunity.
I have Misty Step, but it's a bonus action.
Yeah, and you can't take me with you.
No.
Don't you have
But I have-
dimension?
I
And
do
you have to be strong enough to move me.
Well, Dimension Door has to be someone that's your same size or smaller, doesn't it?
Yeah, I
Move
think
the
that's
other
what we
person.
had last time.
I don't think you'll be able to.
As
drag
long
me.
as their weight doesn't exceed what I can carry.
I weigh 165 pounds. No, my inventory weighs 165 pounds. I weigh like 200 pounds.
I mean, I can bring you back up right now. But
Bonus action to bring him up, and then hold your action to channel the spell. Should everybody get close enough? Then hope that he makes the Constitution save and then survives the trip over. Oh, he can miss his step. It's possible.
Yeah, I could miss a step if I had a spell slot.
If you had a spell slot.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't, do you? Oh man.
Yeah. Fucking, that's spit.
well, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use the bonus action.
Well, if he goes to attack of opportunity on you, it could go to a mirror image. But there's still that also.
If he goes to attack opportunity on me,
Well, yeah.
not on somebody. Oh well, yeah. There's a chance. I'll roll higher than a 6 or a 6 or higher.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Nah.
It's probable.
Bonus actions, motherfuckers. Okay. Healing word.
I'm not able to survive this one with 1 HP. Yay!
Now the only problem is you're prone, so you have to stand up.
I know if someone's might have to start making a
But
human
somebody's
chain.
gonna have to get closer. Yeah, make a human chain. That's not smart. That's smart.
I still have movement.
Yeah. So I gotta make a human chain back to Izzy. That's doable.
But yeah, Izzy can't move, so this is about as close. I mean, I can maybe make that if Lumo fills the gap. Maybe
For Lodrin.
Lumo is super quick, so it's possible that he might be able to grab Steen, drag him back part way, and then fill in the rest of the
and then
chain.
Lodrin could get in between. But Lodrin's
Lumo's-
prone.
And you forget Lumo's not strong enough.
To drag it? Mm.
He's got an 8 strength score.
Oh
He's
yeah.
wiry though.
He's fired.
Well, if you're not actually dead and kind of trying to help him, maybe.
Yeah, you're not just dead weight. You're not almost.
Like
you're
you're-
almost dead weight.
Yeah.
Like, if he's grappling you and dragging you, you're not actually necessarily fighting him, so...
Yeah.
DM's call.
Okay. I got a bio. Please don't kill us in the next 20 seconds. Be right back.
And don't forget, if he does his attack of opportunity is Lumo, then you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
The odds of me getting away are like 15% or
Good.
lower. Yeah, think about it, because as soon as my turn comes up, I'll have to roll for the cloud.
Well, if we just leave without you, your chances are 0, so...
Oh, we'll find out when my turn starts, and I have
Yeah.
to make a Constitution roll. If I roll better than my last one, we'll be pretty fine with my +8. I just need a 10 or higher.
I'm like,
got no key points left to key to dash.
No, he's got his key points back after the short rest.
Oh, that's right. Short rest. Yeah, no, they're back. They're all back.
Yep.
oh well, hell, Lumo could probably solo him then, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Stun.
He got stunned last time.
The god may or may not be immune to stun.
It
Yeah.
probably is.
May or may not. No, he's actually just immune to the stunned condition. So it's like the climax.
Oh no! Oh no! Bob, this is exciting.
No, Bob, stay in school.
Just say no to smoking, right? This should be
No shit.
this should be the ad. Or I don't know if he's the smoker. Maybe this is doing the wrong. Maybe we're sending the wrong message here. All right, Bijou.
I mean, Lodric
Are you staying there as part of the to make the human chain, or are you what are you doing?
Thinking at the moment.
Hmm.
I mean, Lodric could extend his staff, and all you gotta do is grab onto it.
Oh, check
Hey,
it
now.
out. Wow.
Not without buying me dinner first.
Get some like salad or something on the way. Would it be cannibalism if Lodrin had a salad? It is a plant.
These are questions for another time.
This is all of our nervous talk coming in.
I'm not nervous. I'm pretty settled on the fact that food.
Not nervous, I'm incapacitated.
Well, I was considering how long a giant snake would be to be able to,
Oh, Jesus
the chain
Christ.
longer.
You're so smart.
but I couldn't find the
Ooh.
answer to my question.
Okay, so a giant snake is
Snake work.
normally large category size.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or wait.
do we have a rope?
Does a rope count?
We would probably have to drag you. I think this still needs to be some physical contact.
Mm,
Otherwise, like, well, we're all sitting on the same ground, right?
Oh, a giant constrictor.
Just take the whole dungeon with us.
We don't want to take it with us. And I can't get 2 actions to do my 20% for a divine intervention. Wasn't giving us pizza, so they probably won't save us here.
I'm looking at the info on the giant constrictor snake.
Okay.
I will give you a bonus, or what's it called? Inspiration in our other campaign if this works, Bijou.
I'm considering that. Well, she's already got 1 star, but I'm really considering giving her 1 anyway because that is very smart. That is very smart.
Well, I mean, if I'm long enough and I can grapple as a giant constrictor snake, if I can reach from Car to Steen or reach from anybody to anybody. But I don't know how long it is.
Normally they're coiled, like they show the picture of them coiled in a 10 foot by 10 foot coil. I would easily imagine that something that is, like a giant scorpion is a 10 foot by 10 foot scorpion, right? A regular big ass constrictor snake can be 10, 20 foot long, so I think a giant constrictor snake, 20 to 30 foot long, I don't see that being a problem.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, look at the
Probably
movie
more
Anaconda. Well, this just might be able to go faster than anticipated.
All right, I hug myself and turn myself into a giant constrictor snake, reaching as far as I can.
Everybody grab onto the snake.
Probably thicker than that even. These things are fucking massive.
Yeah. The movie Anaconda would have.
Yes, as fake as it looks, even animatronic, like straight out of the movie Anaconda.
1, 2, or 3. I mean, yay, snake.
But I'm a very pretty green color, okay? Just put that out there.
Like emerald.
Yeah, emerald green.
Car just looks down at the snake and goes, yes! And Cassie gets inspiration. Just remember that 11 months from now.
It'd be a bad time to mention that Lodrin has the Indiana Jones fear of snakes.
Then grab me.
Next problem is
Just kidding.
Lodrin goes after me, so I'm still gonna have to make this Constitution save. As long as the snake is touching me, I guess I don't have to be conscious, right?
I don't think you have to be conscious. I mean, if you were dead, I was just going to hover over you.
Well, and I mean, I don't know. I guess it's not possible for me to grapple if I'm laying out.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay.
But I can
He
grab.
has
I
to
can,
make his Constitution save to grab on. I think that's what I'm
You
going to
can't
rule.
just like boop him with her nose or like on that side.
Not if you want to guarantee that he makes it. If you want to roll, if you wanted to turn it into a count is when the spell goes off, are they 100% touching enough? And is one of his insects and therefore part of him touching also?
Oh, no, that's true. That'd be bad.
well,
That'd be
we
real
all get there. Fuck. He just waves.
So what's Lumo going to do in his turn? Is he going to hold on, or is he going to try to intercede and do anything? Or
Is this a sort of smoke where, like, if he puts his
Get
scarf over his face-
Lodrin. Get Lodrin to the snake.
Lodrin still has a move, so
After
Lodrin's
me.
okay.
But if you get Lodrin to the snake before my turn,
you can help pull the snake. Or
I'm
something.
conscious before I make my Constitution saving throw.
you're still conscious, you'd just be stunned if you don't make it. Okay, so what were you saying, Digger, before?
If Lumo puts his scarf over his face, will that help at all against the smoke, or is it just too thick?
Hmm. It is pretty thick, but it's kind of hard to tell. You know, once if he was already going and moving, it might be, you know, that he's already started his turn. Maybe that's enough. Maybe it's only when when he begins his turn and overwhelms him. It's not 100% sure.
Alright, well, he's gonna try it. The scarf goes over the face, and he's gonna start bucking it towards Steve.
I think
Okay.
Lumo's cardio is good enough. He could probably hold his breath while running for like at least 30 seconds.
Yeah, or that. Yeah, he might just hold his breath. Anyway, he's gonna go do a punchy at the god.
Okay, to activate the mobile feat.
Yeah. Oh, he hit him.
It... Well, Bob, it does. It does not. It is neither poison nor disease. It is smoke. Just in that, it is just devoids the air of oxygen because of its existence.
This is
And
camel
chokes.
non-filtered smoke.
Yeah, this is straight up like pool
Menthol.
hall,
Sucking on the exhaust
early
pipe.
1980s pool hall. Alright, he hit him.
Just out of principle, we're gonna use a key point to try and do a stun.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he doesn't know that he's immune to stun.
Nope.
Hmm.
Or damages,
Hmm.
apparently.
Hmm.
His second attack is gonna be a grapple, anyway, on Steen.
Okay, yes.
That's like
Does
25
Steen
feet
resist? Start with that.
Steen
Bear
is
hug.
stunned. He can't
I'm-
resist.
He's
I'm not
not.
stunned.
He's not technically stunned yet.
No, I'm not, that's why I was saying if you got Lodrin to the snake before my turn, we could go then.
Oh, I see.
No, he's not stunned until the start of his turn when he makes the Constitution save.
Mm-hmm. Now you get what my plan was?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically,
This is fine.
not that anybody knows that's how the mechanic works.
Yeah.
But that is how the mechanic works.
I mean, who? Okay, I'll take a hug from Luma.
What is all this dinging? It's just like
Bob's losing shit over here. Oh shit.
all right. Let's see if we can't make the fireman's carry.
Can we drag him over, like, here?
And there's no attack of opportunity because I'm not moving. Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
because you're being moved.
Yeah, there
You're right.
is.
You're being moved,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah, there
Louis
could have
is
been one
mobile.
on him, except for he attacked him and he has the mobile feat. So all of that seems to work
Movement
out.
of my. But if I allow Luma to. Yeah, I won't. Yeah, I won't screw this up. Yep.
Yep, so we're
To burn
grabbing
a key
onto...
point to move him. Let's see, even his 40 feet will run out at the half speed. 1 square away, it looks like. But I mean,
whatever key points I gotta burn to get away from the smoke,
Yep.
I suppose. And then grab onto. Good lord. Okay.
Was it
grab
55 feet now? No, you can
Yeah.
actually go.
I just need to get far enough away from the smoke that nobody's gonna get stunned, and that we can grab onto a snake or somebody's hand or something.
If he's barefoot, right? He can just stick his foot in Lodrin's beard.
So we're
Ain't gotta be
wherever we need to
pretty.
be.
Yeah.
So I guess that's his turn. If you wanna hit the button.
Alright, Steve.
Hey, I'm not in the smoke. Alright. And then I'm gonna grab on to Lodrin and Lumo. Then Lumo's holding on the car, and Car's hugging the snake and the stone, and Izzy's holding the snake. Are we ready?
I think that's everybody.
That's up to
Right?
Car. That technically triggers your hell
With
lash.
with the stone in my hand, I just utter the quickest Kragan prayer and I activate the stone, third spell slot into it.
Oh, where'd it go? As the power enters the stone channeled from the spell, the world around everyone begins to spin for just a moment as it warps and twists in on itself. You feel yourself being squeezed into a small box. Poof! Till you're gone. You reappear in the courtyard of the Phalanx garrison that you now call your stronghold. As you kind of take a quick look around, the snake flopped off to the side. You see still a good bit of smoke and a handful of insects buzzing around near the head of the snake. But just a moment passes and those things dissipate. A couple insects fly off. As you're safe for now.
Everyone's here.
Everyone
Not Darren and
except
Perth.
those two and the Archdevil.
Yeah, I know he was leaving those two behind, but you know, sure they'll be fine. You mean those two, the two dudes in the?
Yeah, Darren and Park.
Okay. I immediately go to make sure Izzy. I mean, I'm looking for everybody, and huge hug to whoever's around me. And
Oh,
I kinda
Izzy
fall
will
on my
hug you
knees.
for sure.
Oh no, the snake coils around everybody and just hugs everybody at the same time.
Group hug.
Everybody's
Too
hugging
tight,
everybody.
too tight.
Take a moment to collect yourself.
There's
and
one way to get out of the fucking desert.
congratulate yourself for surviving.
Meeting a deity.
Yeah, I mean, all that other stuff really, it just kind of sucks. Until the point when Lumo punched him and it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Then it went from suck to blow real fast.
If I could have just cast Blight 7 more times, I think we would have had a chance.
You know what? If he had a low charisma, maybe Car could have banished him.
Nope, no, not fourth level, and nope. Okay, Lumo could have kited him for 8 hours, and I could have took a nap.
Yeah. Just run circles.
Well, folks, you survived your first trip to the Badlands.
I don't want to go back.
Yay!
That guy's still there.
And a lot of finger waggers. And a whole bunch of other nasty shit that I wasn't sure we'd make it or not, but we did.
Sunday, you're gonna have to tell me what your plans were if I didn't have my teleport stone third slot ready.
You might have just died.
That would have been mean of you.
Lumo probably would have ran like a bat out of hell. That's probably what happened. Everybody else.
I was priming up my gaseous swarm.
I don't know.
That was bad. That was bad news. We're level 10. Some of
Yeah.
us aren't even level 10 yet.
Straight up bitch.
Yeah,
slap.
you're level 10. That's so high. It's so
Ah!
powerful. So strong.
Yeah, that's 50% max power.
You killed a 9th level wizard, or a wizard that can cast 9th level spells.
You did.
You did.
And if we would have had a full rest, we still could have taken that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
You know, use all my level 3s for
He hurts.
shield and
He hurts a lot.
No, full rest would not have mattered against that guy. It was nothing. I mean, I understand you put some fights in there that you have to run away from, but
good thing we didn't engage him while he was with everybody else.
I'm glad that we
Ran.
collectively made the decision to flee.
well,
Just kill him! Throw the bodies at him!
we're foolish sometimes, but we're not stupid. I think we knew pretty quick we needed to run.
Well, I mean, I thought we had a chance, and until we got thrown to the winds.
I mean, that was the first thing that happened. So
Yeah,
when the door first opened, I was pretty optimistic.
I was until he bitch slapped us all.
By the way, that guy is only CR15, but I'm pretty sure.
Only?
What?
Yeah, because y'all have killed some CR15 people already, or things.
Did he have legendary movements that you just didn't use?
No,
Legendary
he
actions?
didn't have legendary action, unlike the other archdevils and stuff. He's just literally immune to a whole bunch of shit, including magical and non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, which is
Well,
real rough.
Everything we
as
have.
it turns out. No, that's not true.
Well, no,
He's
'cause
immune to
of light-
fire also, because he is a devil. But unlike the
What
other
about
devils,
poison?
he was also immune to poison.
Oh, what about horseshit?
Yeah, but he's vulnerable to cold, so that helps, right?
I think we need some more stuff before we take him on. This
Yeah,
is
like-
what I'm thinking.
If you could muster up enough damage real fast, he only had 170 hit points.
Yeah, but none of our weapons would damage him. Izzy would be like completely useless.
Hmm.
Piercing, slicing magic weapons can't hurt him. Yeah.
Let's say I still had 4 more spell slots, so
Do some non-fire or poison-based magic damage.
My only strategy is very, very, very horrible, and I refuse to say on stream.
Okay. Hi.
That's pretty cool.
Hi.
I can't hear anything he said. Oh, maybe I had him muted because he's music.
He is on his music account.
I hear you now. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and can't call off the Twitch